All right, so I'm gonna do a bar by bar replay, um, or you can call it some. Let's see how one would have traded Friday's price action. Um, I also talk about how I traded it because I think actually that is actually more useful. Um, Going through the price action bar by bar and talking about the bars, good bars, I don't think that's actually useful. I see those done every so often, but every time I look at them, I go, how useful is this? But you know, I would give my own take on my own version. I haven't actually put Friday's price action over here because I want to just kind of go with it as a surprise. And I guess the best way to do it is talk through um, the kind of trades you can take. A lot of the trades that I personally look for is I like to look for swing trades. I look for the odd scalp every so often, but swing trades are more the kind of things I'm after. And you don't really get a lot of recaps in when it comes to looking when people are looking at swing trades. At least not many people talk about it on YouTube. All right. So let's go through it. I'll go through it as quickly as I can. Let me just get myself settled and ready. All right, now we are ready. All right, so um, first thing first, we've got to figure out what is the market doing, right? The market has been in a very sort of strong, well, it has been in a bull trend, and then all of a sudden we now had this dip, right? And then we got. I don't want to put on the. I want to change the time frame because the moment I click on it, it takes away the replay feature. But I don't think that's relevant. What's because we're day traders here, and we're only looking at how we sort of plan trading this. So if we look to the left, we're close to an area of resistance, so we can actually mark that, right? This is where we pull back and sold off from, all right? I like to mark sort of gaps. So on the 5 minute time frame, if we go back here, this is we can almost say this is the last bear bar. So I'll mark its low. I usually just mark it just because, I want to see where we could get. So not mark the last bear bar, last bull bar, sorry, or the first bull bar, right? So mark that bull bar as low. So for me, this is the last gap. All right, so we now come to this area, right? Now, in terms of analysis, I like to sort of look at what the market has been doing over the last 3 to 4 days, right? And as you can see, we have been in a bull trend. We broke out over here, we pulled back, and then we formed a wedge. So we have this structure here. All right, we formed a wedge. We pull back here, and we had a higher low double bottom. Right, so this is you can call it a high low double bottom, possible major trend reversal. We went sideways and then broke out here. All right, so technically we had another channel all the way up here. All right, you can, if you want, you can do this. If you want, you can even say it was this. You can even say the channel was this, right? So spike pullback channel. So the first leg pullback, second leg. All right. So technically we have a trading range. If I draw the box of the range, we had a range like that. Okay, but that's not relevant. So we've broken out, right? And this is what is really interesting here, right? Let's look at this moving average here. This is the moving average. The gray line is the moving average of the 20 bar exponential moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Right. So since we broke out of it, this is the first test over here, and then we went higher. Typically what tends to happen is when we go higher, we come back and we test it again. But look what's happened here. We didn't even get as far. We only got as far as the yellow one, which is the 15-minute moving average. The 15-minute moving average is 20 bar exponential moving average on the 15-minute time frame. So we captured that and broke out again, right? So this is a very, very bullish sign. So chances are we are in a very strong bull trend, right? We had a news report over here. So technically you could have said we had a wedge top over here. 1, 2, 3, a double top and possibly go down or go up, right? So we broke out here. Typically what happens is the market will go for a measured move the size of the wedge. So this distance is roughly the same distance over here, right? All right. So coming into the day, you could argue and say, well, we came to if we use this bottom, right, and we use that top, we have this room between this high and this high. let's mark the prior day's high, and then we can extend this all the way here, right? We have a breakout pullback channel. This move will probably get a second leg, right? But it's also climatic. So there's a chance we may go sideways to down, maybe come back and test this, or may even break out again. So let's actually see what happens with the price action. We closed, we only closed these few bars over here on Thursday below the moving average. So this is a very bullish sign. The other thing again is we closed the bar. I usually use bar 78, which is this bar. We closed the bar on its high. Whatever happens, we closed the whole day on its high. Again, another bullish sign, because we've had a bull bar here on the daily chart, another bull bar here, another bull bar. So that's 3 bull bars in a row. So chances are, if we do reverse, it will be minor. All right. So these are things we need to remember. All right. So I'm gonna put the chart here like this. Let's see if I can make these bar numbers bigger. Font. Can I do that? No, not with this. Oh, hang on. Label size. Let's go large. Okay. Replace. So if we take the first bar. Now, coming in today, because you know the first reversal is going to be minor, it makes more sense to look for longs. At the time, what happened now? What was I thinking? Not really much. I just know that we were in a trading range, or at least we're on a channel. Oopsie. We're in a channel like this, right? So this is the high of the channel, the low of the channel coming into the day, right? So the channel's fairly broad. So we have sellers in the market. At least sellers came into the market the prior day. So let's go into the first bar. I think it's shift enter. All right, so we gap down, right? Major gap down, because we gap down below the channel. But the first bar is a bull bar. It's a huge bull bar, closed on its high, has a tail above it. So it's not really good buy. It's very sort of indecisive what the market is doing. We need more information. Oh, and just before we go out, this is the first time we're actually closing bars below the moving average in so many bars, right? Since here and here and here. I had a breakout, and now we have some bull bars. What does that mean? What does that tell you? This is very bullish for me. The only issue I have right now is this moving average. Where's the other moving average? Oh, there. It's all the way down there. All right. So this is a bullish sign for me. And why I say that is because in all this time, the bulls have been buying aggressively above the moving average. Now we're way below the moving average, and we're 2 legs down. It's the first leg pullback, second leg. So chances are, and that means it's a wedge. So chances are we will probably find some buys here. This is a buy signal. Possible lower low double bottom with this low. So let's mark that as well. So just mark that here. Lower low double bottom with this. But a really bad buy signal. Okay, so we've got 2 bull bars. This one closed above this bar. At the time, I actually went long above this. And the only reason why I did that was because you think about it. If the bears are going to have a huge bear trend, there is a, don't get me wrong, this could also lead to a huge bear trend, but there is a higher chance based on the information, based on what's happened in the past, that we're going to probably go higher than we're going to go lower. And I'd rather just buy here because I think their buy is below bar 1. All right, so we trigger a buy above bar 1. It forms a bit of a wedge, right? 1, 2, and 3, and it doesn't close above the range, right? So anyway, I'm long here. My stop is down here. But what does that mean, me putting a stop here? It doesn't mean I'm going to let it get hit. I'm just looking at it and giving myself enough room in case I need more information. I'm probably going to trade very small. Normally just probably trade like a quarter of my normal size. Second bar is another bull bar. So now at the opening of the day, we have 4 bull bars closing with tails. So there's a limit order market. However, it is a bit of a bull trend as well. We have a pullback below bar 3, and the bulls are still buying, and the bulls are closing as bull bars. So it's not looking bearish. It's not really giving bears anything to kind of go off. But at the same time, it's not great for bulls, because when they're buying, they're closing they're closing the bars with tails. So let's say I'm now swing trading. I'm probably not thinking of putting a stop down here. I'm probably more comfortable putting a stop maybe below this level here, or even below. Let's see if I put a, okay, yeah, maybe because I think there's support here. This is a breakout point, so I'll probably put a stop below bar 12 on this day. Only just because what could happen is we could go sideways and then form a second leg of this move. So this move will get another leg down, right? So let's see what happens next. Oops, wrong button. All right, so we get a bull bar. No, we do get a bull bar. We get a bar testing the moving average. This is technically a wedge, right? 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3, testing moving average. But why I'm not worried or concerned about the everything reversing, because of the fact that we have 5 bull bars, right? The only issue I have is we could get a big massive bear bar because this looks like a bear flag. Let's see what the next bar is going to be. And that's what I thought. We would get a big bear bar, but look at what happened. They bought it. They bought it on the 60 MA. So that is not a good sign for bears. Not many bears are going to want to sell below this bar or even sell this bar. You've gotten 5 bull bars and then you get this doji at the moving average. Not a great sell. We got to break out above the moving average. Get a breakout above the moving average, and we get a close above the moving average. This is a very big bar, bar 7, probably a news report being released. And this is good for the bulls. So you can imagine if you bought above bar 2 or you bought above bar 4, you're in profit at the moment. You're above the moving average, so you're making good money at this point. You get a test of the moving average after the breakout, and then a pullback. Probably going to go above bar 7's high, so I would hold long for that reason. Bar 9 is a bull bar, so it gives you more reason to stay long. It's also an inside, so this is a breakout mode pattern. You could break to the downside or break to the upside. I think it's more bullish than bearish. We have buyers at the moving average, so definitely worth kind of holding. Then we got a breakout above, as we said, 2 legs up, 1 pullback, 2. So this is another wedge, right? And as a result of that, we could get some profit taking over here. The prior day high was my initial target. When I was trading this, I did hold it out there. I just forgot to put a limit order to get out. We test prior day's high, and look at what happened. We form a really good sell signal, and it's a wedge top. So chances are we're going to get 2 legs down. Bears are probably going to sell. Remember, we had a big down here, a big up. So therefore, trading range, they're going to try and get down to the bottom. Let's see how far they're going to go. So at this point, if I were trading and I was a bear, I would take this short. I would want for price to get down to 1, but I would like to see what happens. So I'm just going to go really quickly and see what has happened here. All right, let's stop here. So we get 1 leg down, pull back, and a second leg, right? So this already is a wedge bottom, okay? It's pretty strong in the sense that you have a lot of bear bars, but you're getting bull bars, tails, not really good follow through, very similar to what you had on the other side. So chances are it's a leg in a trading range. It will probably not be the start of a huge bear trend, but the bears are making money. Let's see what happens below bar 16. You don't get any sellers who sold below bar 16. Of course, this is one of my favorite setups. Get a big plunge through the moving average. The first test of the moving average is usually a minor reversal. You can see what happened there. The bears sold it, but they only got as far as where it closed. Did not close as a bear bar. Kept selling, and they got to the middle of this bar itself, and then all took profits and now heading back. So the wedge is probably reversing, and now we're getting the second leg of probably this. At the time when I saw this, I thought this was deep enough that we'd get a second leg. I can't remember what happened. Okay, now we're getting that second leg. There is a second leg forming, but look at what's happening here. It's going sideways, so it's almost looking more like a bull flag than a second leg of this, right? A wedge, and now it's gone down. Now you have again another higher low double bottom major trend reversal, possibly just like we had over here. This is another opportunity to go long if you want to. I would much prefer to buy here if I could with a limit order, but it's very difficult to figure out where to buy. But if you can do that with a stop below bar 1. Now we break out above the moving average, good close above. and we're now beginning to go sideways. Nice breakout above on bar 26, so that gives you more conviction that we are going higher. I actually think I did buy on above bar 26. Yes, I did, and I remember just holding this all the way up. We now got up to bar 30. Now, typically I would be looking for the exit at this point. I think I did partial. Um, because we are coming back to where we sold off, there is a chance we're going to go sideways here. If we are, because, and this is what I'm seeing, a higher low, right? So I'm seeing an attempt at a broad bull channel like this, right? So I'm expecting price to come. I don't know what this line is, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's important. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Oh, did I see something there? No, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I didn't know you could add text like that. I don't know what that was, but anyway. So I now see an attempt to form a wedge, not a wedge, sorry, a broad bull channel, right? And look at how many bull bars again, just like we started over here. We're getting a lot of bull bars. So this is almost looking, I mean, you could say a second leg trap possibly, but it's looking like we're getting some really good fall through. The key is to just kind of hold it and see what happens. Get a bear bar with a tail. So not a great sell below 30, and 31 isn't a great bar with follow through. 31, 32 initially looked like a bull bear bar, strong close, but then no, completely reversed. So it looks like we're forming a wedge top. We break out above high of day, and look at what happened. We get a very strong close. The thing about this close is it's the biggest bar in the trend, so it could be a sign of exhaustion. If we get a bear bar, we take profits. All right, so we got a bull bar next, still working our way higher. And as you can see, we're getting, now we got a bear bar 36. I did get out around 35 or even below 35, but 36 was not exactly the most impressive bar for the bears. Then you get 37. 37 is a bull bar, so bulls are still buying even at these prices. So that's telling you that a trend is on the way. We now make a new high, and then we start to wedge top. And this is the wedge top. And this is what's interesting about this, is the fact that look at where it's wedge topping at the other side of the channel, but it's a strong close. Chances are they're still buying. Get a breakout above the wedge, but again, it's a big buck apparently late in the trend, probably going to have some profit taking here, and we start to pull back. But look at what happened on 43. It looked good initially, and I did think of selling it because of the fact that we had a lot of selling here. We've been getting a lot of sideways here, so maybe we're going to get some sideways here. But look at what's happened. We had a tail below 43, not really the greatest sell. 44, same thing. 45, bull bar, so it's a leg in a trading range. We'll probably get a second leg, which it did. 46, and then we now pull back to the upside, closed as a strong bull bar. I can't remember. I think I did buy above this. Yeah, being triggered here. The thing about buying here is you can't put your stop here or here. You really want to stop maybe down here. For me, I think it's just, it makes more sense to put your stop here. Give the market a bit more room to test the moving average. So again, trade small. We got a second leg down, one pullback, two. But then look at what's happening. We're now going sideways. And look at what happened here. We got a wedge top. I'm going to move this to the back here. So we got a wedge top, one pullback, two. And yeah, now look at what happened. We got a wedge top, a lower high double top, right? And an okay sell signal. I mean, it's got a tail. I'll be hesitant to take a sell below this, but I see what's happening. It's two legs down. I think it'll be good for a scalp to the moving average at least. But look what happened. We got 53, which was a good fall through. Could be a second leg trap. Let's see what 54 could be. Probably be a test of the moving average and a second leg down. And we get a very good bull bar. So that already is looking like a high to test the moving average after so many bull bars. I think it was over 20 bars. So this is a minor reversal. Again, bad fall through. Lots of reversals on that bar. I don't think it actually triggered the buy above that bar. So it will probably go lower. And now we do get that second leg I was talking about. And it's looking stronger. But then look, we're getting dojis now. Probably going to test the 60 MA, more bull bars, strong bull bars. It's a broad channel wedge here. It's okay to buy above 58, but the buy signal here means that we'll probably get a reversal to test this bar, and we do on 59, and then we start to go higher. Oh no, this is actually a wedge, so it's one leg pullback, second leg, and now it's going sideways, and now we get, yes, so it's a wedge, yes. So one pullback, two, and this is the second leg of this, and now we're beginning to go higher, and we're forming another wedge, one, two, three, but it's lots of buying going sideways. And of course, because it's a wedge, we'll probably get some sellers here who want to keep this channel going lower. Essentially, they're trying to make it do this. Let's duplicate that, clone. Yeah, they want it to be something like this. So we're getting a lot of selling. So how do you deal with this? Again, just buy low, sell high. You know, buy this, buy this, buy this. You see this, you don't get out. Maybe put your stop here, or even here if you want. Let's see if we get to test the low of the channel. Yeah, we do. We actually break below, so we have two legs down, one, two, and this is a bigger wedge. Like I said, that's what they're trying to do. You should look. You should expect a bull bar at this point. We're testing the 60 MA. Now we finally get one, and the buyers buy above this. Not a great buy, but it's okay based on a wedge. Now we try and test the other side, and that was a close. So, which is ironic, we closed at the other side of the channel. But what does that tell you? We have another bull close for the day. Based on the fact that you had trading range price action here, we formed another trading range over here, like so. Broke out of the range, and guess what we did? We formed another range up here. So there's a trending trading range here. So we have a range here and a range here. All right, let's see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully that was useful.